Hello beautiful people, this is Vlad from Synaptic Schism, and today we are going to talk about the thing that I got the most positive feedback about, Incertitude. So in my latest track at the time of this recording, I got a lot of feedback about the bass. So I just want to show you how I got that, how I got the bass to sound the way that it sounds on this track, okay? So step by step. Step number one, get a good source. I use virtual basses from Submission Audio. The two that you listen in Incertitude are Aerobase 3 that sounds like this. As you can see, it's very gritty and that's how I like them. However, notice this. It's gritty in the low end. Okay, now I'll show you the other bass. And the other bass is Grove, and Grove is gritty in the mid-range. Same note. Completely different. While the other one was a lot more fat, let's say, this one is a little bit more attacky. And the objective of that is that I use them in different places. So Aerobase is used in the beginning of the track, in these slower, more jazzy, proggy things. So this is Aerobase 3. It also appears here. And Grove bass, it's in the quicker, more aggressive parts. Also here. Now, this second, faster, more aggressive part, it has an increase in volume also, about 1 dB. However, it's important to note that from an arrangement point of view, I decided to use the two basses because one of them was more round, it would feel more the space. The other one is more aggressive, it would like punch through the wall of guitars and that kind of stuff. Second part, the way that I routed this, so the two basses here will then go to this bus, and all the processing is done in this bass. So this is pure EQ, and you can make fun of me and say, oh, he's using an auto EQ. I don't care. It worked. I spent a lot of time trying to make this work and it didn't work. I was testing pure EQ at the time and I purchased it and I'm going to use it more. I don't care. It just sounds good. Check this out. Check the difference. With, without. With, so I don't care. It worked. And you can say, oh, but I saw the curve. It's an easy curve. That's correct. But I spent a long time trying to put it where I wanted. And I wasn't able to do so. So pure EQ worked. I don't care. It worked. And then VMR. VMR, this is a virtual bus channel. My objective is using this in the buses is to imagine that this is going through a console. And it's just to have that little bit of saturation in the beginning of the chain, okay? Then, at the end of the chain, I have this tape. And again, the idea is to have like an emulation of a real studio. So the console in the beginning, the tape in the end. That's all I'm trying to do in here. In the middle, we have this EQ. This EQ doesn't matter. This is just to get some room for the kick. That's it. You can ignore it happily. It doesn't matter for our discussion. So all the bass is going to the bus. The bus only has EQ, saturation, like console kind of saturation, and tape saturation. That's it. Nothing more. The trick, what gives it the thickness, is this bus here. So I have this bus with a send to this bus, and what this bus has is a compressor that is compressing the hell out of the bass signal. This compressor setting is and you can read it. I'm not making this up. Nuke. So it's extremely compressed. If you go to a part closer to the noisy, it's like 20 to 23 dB of compression. It's a lot of compression, okay? And the idea is to take it out, have that signal compressed, and then add it until you have the sound of the bass that you want. Something like this. Too much. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe a little bit more, but I'm doing this without the context of the rest of the track, and this is done in the context of the track. So this is it, really. Get a good source. I cannot stress how important the source is. You can look at the saturation and the parallel compression and all of that stuff. If the source isn't good, the rest is not going to work. So get a good source, then put everything pointing to a bus, do the processing on the bus with subtractive EQ, followed by saturation, and then parallel compression. That's it. That's what I did with the basses in Incertitude. I hope that this video was cool and that you learned something. And until the next video, bye bye.